into 3 right long, opens 50. Shit. 6 right, opens over crest into flat left, 100.
So anyways, I'm just going to narrate a little bit here about my experience with the YAW VR playing Dirt Rally. And one of the things, when you're driving and you're going off these hills, yeah, it is scary. I mean, you are convinced that you're going to go off this hill. So when I fell off, I was kind of screaming a lot of oh shits. So yeah, it's one of the things people ask, or one of the things I wanted to know when I first started looking at the YAW VR and some of the videos was, how does it feel? What is it like? And is it convincing? And so it is convincing. You feel like you're inside this vehicle. So is it like the Matrix? Like, you really think? And I mean, it's not the Matrix, but it's not like a 1-to-1 scale perfect, like you're in this car, but it's pretty close. Like, it's about as good as it gets right now. So it is convincing, and it feels awesome. I mean, it's like so the yaw, I believe it has about a 30-degree pitch and roll limit. So that's pretty. That's a lot more than a lot of the motion rigs out there. And I'm no expert. I'm not somebody that went around trying this motion rig and this motion rig. So it's not like I've tried a lot to say, but this thing can shake you. I mean, so when you're going up and down those hills, and when you go off a cliff, like you are convinced in your head you're gonna roll over, and it's like you have to tell yourself that that's not actually gonna happen. But it didn't stop me from screaming. This is one of my first times playing Dirt Rally. So I admit I'm a terrible driver, and whatever. I just started playing. Okay, whatever. Terrible driver. I admit it. But being a terrible driver, it did make it a little fun, because I had a lot more of those oh shit moments. I'm gonna go off this hill, spinning out, and obviously if you're a professional driver, you're probably not, or you're really good at these simulators, you're probably not spinning out, but we're going off these hills, so it does push the motion sim to the test. So one of the cool things about this is that it's not just the motion. It's like so basically, like people buy force feedback steering wheel. So in my case, I have the G29 over here, and one of the reasons people use force feedback is so you can feel you can compensate for the weight you feel on the steering wheel, like, so you can feel the turns a little bit. You know how much you have to pull in the other direction, because the wheel is telling you something. So with the motion rig, that takes it to a whole nother level, because now you feel the weight of the car. So when you're going into those turns, you feel the turn. So it's not just a pressure on your wrist and where you're steering. It's your whole body feels it. So just like the force feedback allows you to compensate, now so does the motion rig. Now you feel that weight. So it's one of the reasons I haven't played too many racing games, because it's just like when you're in a flat screen and you have a controller. I don't know. I never got much out of it. But this is a whole different experience. Like I really love this. So yeah, I mean, playing Dirt Rally in VR with this motion rig is friggin' awesome. It is good. Is it for everybody? Would I tell anybody to buy this motion rig? No, I would not tell everybody to buy this, because, well, for one thing, it is expensive. I mean, but I mean it's cheap for what it is. So if you compare apples to apples, you know, other motion rigs on the market, and the range of motion this thing can do is actually a pretty decent price. But one of the things is that you have to be kind of a tinkerer with this thing, because it's not like an Apple product where everything is user friendly and easy and set up for you. No, you're gonna have to do a little bit of research to get this thing working. So there's forums, there's a YAW site that has some information, and it doesn't work right out the box, and sometimes it's a little bit squirrely. So if you're expecting a perfect experience, you might be disappointed, because it's not perfect. But if you're willing to put the time in, the reward is awesome, because this thing is amazing. And here's the thing that, you know, like I say, if you compare apples to apples, like other motion rigs, they all have the same issues. So there's not any motion rig out there that's user friendly. I mean, it takes a little bit of experience or know-how to set these things up. So can't really knock the YAW VR rig. Another thing, if you're looking at my steering wheel, and I have it kind of close to my body, and the reason I do that is because you don't want the steering wheel too far forward. And that G29 is actually pretty heavy steering wheel, and what happens if you put it too far out, you make the rig too front heavy. So the motors have to compensate a lot, and you're going to put a lot of strain on the motors having too much weight in the front. And if you look at my pedals, I actually stripped down these G29 pedals and try to make everything as light as I can. I even left the clutch out. So I might get like a carbon plate later on and put the third pedal on there. I'm not sure yet, but for now I'm just trying to be careful not to strain the motors. And I'm no expert on this either, so I heard YAW might be making motors with more cooling, so they could fix that in the future. I don't know, and I haven't had any bad experiences yet. This is just what I've read online in forums. Also, if you look at my cables above my head, so if you're wondering, are those cables going to get tangled up? And yes, they will. They will get tangled up. So after about 10 minutes of doing this lap in Dirt Rally, my cables were really tangled, so I had to get off the rig and spin it in the opposite direction to untangle everything. So if you have this, you're going to have to, and you have the yaw enabled. So some people play this thing without the yaw enabled. Not everybody's using motion compensation, so I'm not exactly sure how they're using it without motion compensation. And I'm not exactly sure if it works with every headset for motion compensation, so I'm a bit confused by all that myself. I've only had the yaw for about a week and a half now, and it took me a while because I had to wait for Amazon to ship me my steering wheel, and I had to wait for USB extension cables. So if you have USB cables, you're going to want some active extension cables so you can get some long ones. And yeah, I mean, that's about all I have on the yaw, and thanks for watching my video. Hope you enjoyed.
Opens of a crest into 6 left and small cut 4 right, 3 left long, opens 6 left into 5 right, opens into 3 left tightens. Into 3 right tightens, into 4 left, into 4 right long, opens of a crest, into sudden 4 left, into 5 right, into caution 2 left long, 30, 2 right long, 30, 2 left long tightens, 30, 4 right extra long, tightens 3 long tightens, into 5 left long tightens, into 3 right tightens, into 5 left long tightens, open 6 long.